Get ready to roll for initiative. It's The Price is Steven. Hi, everyone. Welcome to a very special stream because this is going to be a Dungeons and Dragons themed stream with my Dungeons and Dragons party. Let's see.
Oh,
roll for applause.
Yeah, welcome to the stream, everyone. Our first contestant is the quiet and badass one in our party when we play. Please give it up for Grace. Oh, wait, you wrote MGB. Okay, fine. Give it up for MGB. Hi.
Hello. Either is fine.
Now I heard right before the stream started, like a minute before, that you're a teacher. You teach things?
Yeah.
What grade do you teach?
Unfortunately.
Teachers.
No, I love it. I teach freshmen and college students. So grade is what, 14, 13, whatever grade they come out of, right out of high school.
Right.
Oh, wow.
You don't know that as the teacher.
I teach English, not math. Okay.
Have you learned any cool slang from watching it or from teaching them?
Every time I try slang, they're like, Miss Burns, no.
Love it.
I tried saying cap and no cap, and they're like, please don't.
Just ask them if they had a Poggers Day.
You did that without me?
I did say someone was hella sus, and they're like, don't do that.
Among Us is over.
That's what they said. So I don't know.
Wow. All right. Well, let's see. Coming up next to the stage, she is the quiet and badass one in real life. It's Raisa. Hi, Raisa. Welcome to the show.
what's up, everybody?
Now, Raisa. You are quiet and badass. You do. I've seen you do like a lot of like martial arts thingies. Am I right? I've seen
martial
you
arts
weapons.
things, correct?
I've seen you hold weapons. I've seen you like beat up people for like a camera. Is that correct?
Oh yeah, totally. It's all for show.
There it is. There's now. Answer me this. That's what a punch sounds like when you hit someone in real life, right?
Yeah, especially when you make it with your mouth. So that's it.
Okay.
Was that with your mouth?
All right. Well, we're not on the stream to talk about the sounds I make with my mouth because that's my other stream. Thank you very much. Coming up next to the stage.
Oh, one sec. Sorry, Steve. Sorry, Steven. Just 1 sec.
Ben
you can't hear
me.
But the Shinsuke Nakamura entrance music is playing right now.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
Oh,
a special
my
request.
Yeah,
We
it's
have
fitting for
a
me. It is
special
Pride
song.
Month after all.
And please welcome to the stage, Tim. What did I
It's
write
me,
for you?
Stephen. It's me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hi, Tim. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Stephen.
You've been to the show before.
Yeah, longtime fan, second-time contestant. Let's see if I can get even one question right this time.
You're on our most haunted episode ever. It's so haunted, it's not even on this channel. It's a secret location. So
Yeah.
if you ever want to see an episode where everything goes wrong, please check out that episode.
I appreciate you calling it that. It is cursed is the word I prefer. If you could recognize that, please. Thank you.
Coming up next, let's talk about the game. So this is how the game works. You can ask me questions during the show. Feel free to ask me anything, and I probably won't answer it if it gives it away or if I just don't feel like it. Prices do not include shipping or taxes because that involves math, and I'm not very good at that. But before we get started, everybody gets to ask Stephen Koo one question about Stephen Koo, and starting with MGB.
So I didn't have a question, and then you said something about like the sounds of your mouth. So the thing that came up is what that mouth do.
Oh, all sorts of things. Today it was able to sample the BTS sauce from McDonald's, and it found it pretty good. Lived up to the hype. I don't even know the BTS boys, but tell them they did a great job with the sauce. I assume that's what they do.
They were in that factory for months perfecting that flavor. So.
Oh yeah. I really appreciate that McDonald's has picked a new mascot, and it's just 7 random Asian people.
I love that. I love that the biggest achievement BTS has ever had is those sauces for you.
They released 2 pretty good sauces. I think that's why they have like action figures of themselves at Barnes and Noble.
Oh God. Okay.
What?
It's a real thing. Go to Barnes & Noble.
I
You'll see
don't
it.
doubt that. I'm just uncomfortable with it.
That doesn't deserve crickets. All right, Raisa, your turn. Ask me any one question.
Okay, I have a question about your last name. What does it mean?
Oh God, I don't know. If I had to guess based on the history of that name, I'd say it means a lot of absent fathers, maybe.
Tephen, oh my
Absent
god.
fathers who open restaurants that aren't very good, I guess. That's what I would say based on what I know about that side of the family.
Good job, Raisa. Good job.
Although my uncle
I'm
did
sorry.
open up one of the best, well, not best, one of the first boba shops in Australia and then made a killing
Cool.
and was
hell
very
yeah.
wealthy with doing that. Coming up with one of the first boba shops in Australia across from a high school. Did very well for himself.
Smart.
Nice.
Brilliant.
Entrepreneurs,
Brilliant.
the whole lot. All right. Tim, you get to ask me a question now.
Thank you. I appreciate the attempt at the accent. Steven, hot tea or cold tea?
Mm.
Oh, I'd say cold tea forever. I used to work at a coffee shop, and hot drinks scare me. Hot chocolate scares me. Hot coffee scares me. Everything that's hot drinks, I'm not good at it. I don't know if there's a technique, but I don't drink hot drinks very well. I drink coffee every morning, but like, it's a real struggle.
Okay, well, it's been fun
Not good at it.
participating. See you all later.
All right, now let's get started with the game. So our first stop is at Stephen Koo's Gallery of Stupid Toys. And I will admit that this slide could be used for pretty much every question that we see here, but I tried to mix it up. Let's see. Okay, so, D&D is pretty popular, and D&D has a couple of, variations on it. Fans like to make additional content for D&D that you can play that might not be, officially licensed, but they have a concrete rule set, their own world, and all this stuff. And what we have here now is that this is a starter set for its own world and adventure that I've got. This is for the Animal Adventures starter box. Now, this is a world where you play D&D, and it's all D&D rules, but you are a dog or you are a cat. Instead of an elf or an orc, you get to be a dog, you get to be a cat. You still have the same character classes, but you have to play with the rule set that, you don't have thumbs. And it comes with all these miniatures of different, paladin dogs, rogue dogs, cleric cats. And this is a starter set that comes with a pre-made adventure and character sheets. Now, my question is, do you think I paid more or less than $25 for this? And MGB, I believe you're up first.
I'm going to say more.
Why do you think more?
Just because it comes with all that stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
really thoughtful answer. Thank you very much. Raisa, tell us what you're
It
thinking.
comes with a lot of shit.
Her answer was, that's a lot.
I will also say more.
What kind of animal would you want to play if we got to do this after our current D&D campaign?
Oh man, a sloth.
A sloth?
Is that part of it?
I don't think they've made a sloth yet. Right now, they only have dogs and cats. But all the things you fight are humans still, which is great. So
She said no.
you get to fight rats and cats. But oh, no rabbits or geckos according to Thud Rubes? Yeah, they're adding a rabbit in the next set. But I don't know. I haven't played this first set yet. I feel like I should do that before I buy it. I might buy it anyways. For the show. That's what I use to buy all my purchases now. All right. Tim, tell us what you're thinking here.
It is a lot of stuff. I'm seeing multiple miniatures, a full set of dice. You can spend more than $25 on just those things. But the show would be boring if we all picked the same answer over and over again. So I'm going to say $1, Steven.
Ooh, okay. All right. Let's see. I mean, yeah, it's true. I could have received this as a gift, and that's
what I was
in which case it would have been
Ooh.
zero.
Or it was
I could have found
Target
this
bin
on the street. That's actually something that happened in an earlier episode.
Mhm.
But the answer for this one is I paid $39.95 for it.
That sounds right. That sounds right.
And we are definitely going to have to play it after our current campaign.
Please.
Yeah. I claim
Look
whatever.
at
Alright.
the detail on that figurine. It's ridiculous.
Isn't
so
there a corgi
definitely.
and he's very
Dog?
small?
There is a corgi as well. They have all the different kinds of dogs going on too.
Oh my god.
All right, let's see. Our next question takes us to Worth It Maybe. This is generally the slide I use for when I don't know what to categorize this thing as.
Cool.
Let's see. Oh, okay. This is fun. I was just talking about how D&D has a lot of different variations, and here we've got another variation. Some of you may know that I am an officially paid artist who created Rick and Morty merchandise. It was available at Hot Topic, and I've watched the show, but I don't want to associate myself with the fandom, so I don't so, because of what they've done to poor McDonald's workers. So, but Rick and Morty is a popular franchise, so popular that they had a Rick and Morty Dungeons and Dragons adventure set. So here is a full-on Dungeons and Dragons versus Rick and Morty. There's a accompanying comic graphic novel series with it, and it's a starter kit with pre-made character sheets and an adventure for Dungeons and Dragons if Rick and Morty something. And we're going in reverse order this time. But my question to you is, did I buy this? You know, we just talked about some of the other things, like maybe I found it on the street. Maybe someone threw it out a window at my head because they thought this is something I should own. Tim, tell me what you're thinking.
I'm thinking that you could not have found this, because no one that would buy this would ever give it up, and it would just sit in a corner of the room forever because they don't have the friends required to play it.
Wow.
So I'm going to say, no, you have not bought it, but will he? I don't know.
Oh. Would it help if I told you I have it? Like I currently have it?
Oh, yeah.
Pictures are... It did happen. Where is it?
Oh, he was really ready. Is it still shrink wrapped?
Yes, yeah, because we haven't finished playing our current D&D.
I'm still going to stick with no, Stephen.
All right. Raisa, tell us what you're thinking.
All right. I feel like, okay, from the short time that I've known you and all the games that and the D&D game that we're playing, I just feel like you're the kind of guy that would want to go on a stupid, crazy adventure like Rick.
Aw.
So I'm going to say, yeah, you bought this.
Oh, thank you. And, you know, that stupid, crazy adventure mentality is something that's just true in general. I like to have big, elaborate adventures. I've been telling everyone recently that I think I love Sonic, the restaurant, but I always see them as a side quest because they're never near anything interesting. So you always have to go out of your way to specifically go to a Sonic.
And they will show you those commercials even though there isn't one within 30 miles of you. Yeah. And it baffles me.
Yeah. All right, MGB, tell us what you are thinking. What would you tell the kiddos in your class about if they asked, hey, do you think Steven bought this D&D versus Rick and Morty starter set? How would you break it down to them?
I would say no. I would think that someone got it for you because you did do the t-shirt. It was like, oh, he must love Rick and Morty and he plays D&D. Here you go. And the fact that it's still in the shrink wrap, I think you didn't buy it.
I love that it's versus, by the way. It's not Rick and Morty Dungeons and Dragons. It's like Dungeons and Dragons fighting Rick and Morty.
That's a really good point. I actually kind of hope now that, like, when I do open it, that it's about trying to attack the people who created D&D, the franchise.
Yeah. Morty, you got to roll for initiative, Morty.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that's what we get here. All right, well, let's see. The answer is no. It was a birthday present.
Nice.
MGB got exactly right about what happened there. I have never asked for this, but it exists, and it arrived for me for my birthday, and I was like, cool.
Nice.
That's the response.
And you didn't even look through it. It's still there.
I don't want to. I mean, sometimes I think like maybe I shouldn't look through it if I'm going to be a player because it has like spoilers for the adventure if you're a GM.
I feel that.
True.
Yeah, and I agree with Thud Rubes. Yeah, no effing way did I buy that. I don't know why Thud Rubes is so passionate that I would specifically no effing way buy it, but they're right. All right, let's see.
Rick and Morty versus Dungeons and Dragons tore my family apart.
All right, let's see. Here's a fun one. Our next category is the Stephen Koo Drunken Purchase. And yes, this was a drunken purchase. This one required drunk Stephen to do some research. It was not easy to find, but it is a reference to the popular cartoon Gravity Falls, where in one episode they play a D&D similar game called Dungeons, Dungeons, and More Dungeons. And in that game, they use a very special polyhedral die, just like in D&D. But this polyhedral die is a 38-sided die. And it's a D38. And I have it right here. This is a 38-sided die that you can roll for 38 different kinds of outcomes. Let's see. Super Trash TV asks, can we get 3 in a row? Oh, for the audience. All right. Wow, audience is on a roll on this one. Okay. Well, let's see how well they do with this. Closest guest without going over. How much do you think I paid for this die? And MGB, I believe you are starting us off.
See, I feel like I need to make a PowerPoint to go over this because, dice are... I want to say $10 and just leave it at that, but I need justification of why this would be $10, and I've never seen a 38-sided die, and I don't know.
It's not particularly useful, except for that game that doesn't even exist. It was just in an episode, and they never explained the rules.
Yeah.
My brain can't perceive the geometry.
That's what's flipping me out.
Oh yeah, so it basically has a bunch of different rectangles in rows, and then a bunch of squares, and then a bunch of triangles.
Oh god.
Or diamond shapes.
That makes me uncomfortable.
Right? Ooh. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna say 10 and leave it up to fate.
All right, Raisa, tell us what you're thinking here. How much do you think I paid for a 38-sided die? How much would you pay for a 38-sided die?
Nothing. Okay, I got a question.
Wow.
I can ask questions, right?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Okay, my question is, where did you buy it again?
That's a great question. I got it from, I believe, Shapeways. This is 3D printed by an artist.
Okay.
So it's not like Chessex made this.
I'm gonna say $5.
$5. All right. So we've got 5 and we've got 10. Tim, tell us what you're thinking.
No, I'm not thinking. Head empty. It's bad. Lord, I think I'm gonna split the difference and just go with a 7.
I like Burritos thinking in the chat of maybe I had a coupon because maybe I never get anything 3D printed. But let's see.
There's no way you'd have a coupon that affected that many sides,
Yeah, and it's 3D printed, which was throwing me off too.
Can we repeat the prices one more time? Everyone said?
Yeah. So MGB guessed 10, Raisa guessed 5, and Tim guessed 7.
$7, Bob. Whoa.
Let's see. The closest without going over, $8.75. That goes to Tim. Tim, you got it. I paid $8.75 for this.
I did something with my life.
Which is I keep oscillating between $8.75 is a great deal for a 38-sided die, and $8.75 is a bad deal for any single die. Any single.
But think about how much you're paying per side, because that's a great deal if you think about it like that.
Right. Because the only other way to get 38 sides would be if I rolled a D20 and 3 6s maybe, and then
I would use that during D&D so much to cheat. Roll a D20, I'd be like, yeah, sure. Oh, I rolled a 32. How'd that happen?
Just so you know, Steven, you got that for a steal. I just posted the Shapeways product. It's $19.94 right now.
Yeah,
Whoa,
see?
It's now $19.94?
Yeah.
Wow, I got it at a great deal. Great job, old Steven.
It's 3D printed. It's an artist. I thought that's why I was like, it has to be. Yeah.
It was definitely $8.75 when I bought it, but the artist that I bought it from, I looked it up for the show. That artist doesn't offer it anymore. So.
Oh wow, limited edition.
So something happened.
The cursed geometry got to them.
We're moving into our final game, and we play the same game every time. He's 33. He lives alone, but does Steven own it? And it's D&D. We gotta be real special about this, y'all.
Oh
we gotta do something real
special
for a D&D episode.
Oh my god.
This is one of those things where I think it's really interesting because I think this gives me a lot of insight into what people think of me as well, or You know, like we had the ones about the hammer, we had the ones about like Asian soup spoons. We go all over the place with these. So with this one, I wanted to do something that I feel like is D&D related. You guys saw all the other D&D stuff I have. You've seen that I want to do how many D20s do I own, but I couldn't count that many. I couldn't find all of them. There's too many of them.
It went above 38.
Yeah, so you know, like as you guys know, I have a lot of D&D stuff, and even before we started playing, I bought a bunch of D&D stuff in anticipation to play D&D, and found that I didn't use any of it, and gave almost all of it away to my nephews. But here's, and they're just using that as imagination toys, and it's cute. It's great. It's incredibly cute. All right, well, let's see what you guys think. Do you think Stephen Koo owns a wizard hat? Definitely not for sex, is what the slide says. So do you think I own a wizard hat? And MGB, you're up first.
Yes, I think you own a wizard hat.
Would you like to tell us why?
I just want you to own one. And also,
Steve Oldtown in the chat, I'm sorry. It said that disclaimer, ... Fair.
Well, I'm trying to figure
We
out,
were all
Steven,
thinking it.
does this mean like you have a wizard hat, but you also have a wizard hat that's definitely not for sex, or?
Oh, right. Like on my bedroom, there's like a hat rack, and they're labeled for sex hats and not
You have
for sex.
wizard hat, wizard sex hat.
see, because like my rationale is like you didn't fucking own a paperclip, so you have to own this. Like, come on, man.
Well, that doesn't track.
I know
Anyone
it
who doesn't
but
own a
my brain
paperclip
does
must
that.
own a wizard hat.
I want you to be
Alright.
like one of your students and prove in an essay the logic behind
Oh,
that
I
argument.
can.
Okay.
I can and I will.
I believe it. That's the problem.
All right. Raisa, tell us what you're thinking. Does
Okay,
Steven own a wizard hat?
I have a question. Is it just a wizard hat, or is it a wizard hat that's definitely not for sex?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, it could be any kind of wizard hat. If for sex, not for sex, whatever you think I would use a wizard hat
Just an
for.
all-encompassing hat.
This is my kitchen
Yeah,
wizard
wizard
hat.
Yeah.
Okay, I have
This
a
one's for
follow-up
formal events,
question.
this one's for
Like,
funerals.
can you define a wizard hat? Because that can mean, you know, like a condom, like, I don't know, what
Can it?
Can
Is that something it can mean? Let me don the old wizard
Where
hat.
does that come from?
Raisa, I
What
don't know
circles
who
are
you've
you
been hanging out
hanging,
with
Raisa?
outside of these D&D groups, but I don't approve of it. What they're putting into your mind
I'm
is
just-
not.
I can't believe you'd say that during Pride Month, no less.
Oh.
Homophobic.
Does that
Alright.
imply
Okay,
that
okay.
the wizard is...
Your penis, yes.
No, Ben, finish your
Oh
thought.
yeah, give
Finish
me
your
that
thought.
wizard baby.
Is the penis? Is the penis? Is penis?
It's the penis.
Penis.
This is also like the gayest room I've been in right now, so I'm just
Oh,
saying,
that's true.
like, god damn.
Yay! Okay,
Yeah,
okay, all right.
congratulations.
Here's
Accidental Pride themed episode as
Woo!
well. All right.
the crazy thing is, when I first saw this, I was like, oh man, Steven definitely has this. He's got so many cosplays. I've seen it. And I immediately saw you with a wizard hat and like a big old white Gandalf beard. And I'm like, yeah, you gotta have it. You gotta
Alright.
have it.
Like it,
Gotta
love
have
it,
it.
gotta have it.
Okay. All right. Tim, tell us what you're thinking. Does Steven own a wizard hat?
Steven, can I use a lifeline for this question?
Yeah, okay. I didn't know our show had lifelines, so
Well,
please.
I needed so much help last time that I figured it was worth it.
No,
So
we
I'm
do.
actually gonna call. I'm gonna call my mom. I don't know if you can
All
see
right,
that.
yeah. Oh my god, please do.
Hi, mom.
Who's this?
I thought saying mom would narrow that down to 2 people, but cool.
Timothy, I am retired. Just opened a bottle of wine. What do you want?
I am on my friend's game show. I thought I could ask you for help with.
Why are you bothering me?
I just thought that you could help me with the.
Ask your father.
She hung up.
Oh my god.
But I know my mom, so I know that was a yes.
Oh my god. That was amazing.
That's so good.
I have one sibling, and he lives with her. And
Oh my god, that was beautiful. I've never.
I'm gonna rewatch the stream.
Yeah, that was the most amazing thing. I hope we clip that because that
if
was.
I get this question wrong, she's not invited to Christmas.
All right. So, what was your answer?
I'm
was
saying yes.
Okay. Well, the answer is no.
No.
I never class as wizard. I no matter what game I'm playing, I never class as a wizard. I always go as something else.
You want to hear
I'm
something weird? In my
so
head,
offended.
you very specifically have dressed up as Mickey Mouse in Fantasia at some point.
That's
Like
exactly
that
what I
was
was
just
thinking.
unquestionable to me.
Years.
I thought you
have,
had
like,
a
red
wand
robe.
and a cape and a wizard hat, and I was like, oh,
I
Steven
don't-
has to.
No, I had that dream too.
I know how I feel, Steven. I know how I feel. You don't have paper clips. You don't have a wizard hat. Like, what the fuck?
I dreamed the
you
dream
just
of
don't even
Stephen
know me anymore.
Koo.
I don't.
All right. Well,
I'm buying you a
know,
hammer and a wizard hat for Christmas. I'm writing this
I already
down.
got a hammer. Someone sent me a hammer for my birthday after
Who?
this.
I send you everything.
Oh,
I'm very good at this.
I've been
Seamus
staying
sent
for
me-
like a year now. Jamie sent it to you?
No, Seamus.
Oh.
One of the people on the Super Trash Bros sent me a pink hammer, and it is useful.
Not for sex.
Not for sex.
Definitely not for sex.
Well, here was the prize that you guys could have won today, but none of you got
Yeah,
the
man.
answer right. So I'll just send you a JPEG of it instead of mailing you a physical
Yay.
copy. It's a Stephen Koo character sheet with stats to play as Stephen Koo for D&D.
Hey.
So it includes all of his hit
I'm
points,
salty.
all of his stats, all of
Oh,
his...
I'm coming to your house this weekend to pick that up from you, by the way.
Okay, yeah.
We'll pay you money.
Yeah. Make sure to call your mom and ask for a ride and see how that goes. Okay.
You don't know
Well-
the physical anger that's radiating in my body right now.
Steven, that's the best prize that's ever been on this show, and this show notoriously has great
Right.
prizes.
Ugh.
Thank
I
you.
desire that.
I will
You are
fight
also-
somebody for that.
All right. Well, I will send you guys a version so you can print at home, and you'll just have to meet in person. Oh my God! I just realized we've never played D&D in person because we
Yeah,
picked it
can
up
we do
during this
that?
whole thing. We should do that sometime. Let's figure that out. Well, anyways, let's call the show now with our final shout outs. Is there anything that anybody wants to plug? MGB, is there anything you want to plug? Just the general education system? You seem pretty unhappy with it.
The American one? Hell no.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go to college, whatever. I have a podcast with my friend John. We talk about John Cusack, and for like 10% of the show, and the other time we just talk about our week. So if you want to just listen to us ramble and then geek out about John Cusack, you can do that. It's called Cusack to the Future,
Aw,
and just get it wherever podcasts exist in the internet.
cool. Raisa, is there anything you want to plug?
Oh wow, I actually don't have anything to plug but my friend's podcast called Cusack to the Future, starring MGB and John Berg de Guzman. They're a lot of fun, and then when we have our Disneyland episode, it'll be even better.
All right. See, Volatile loves your podcast name in the chat, by the way. So
Oh yeah,
great job on that. Tim, tell us what you're plugging.
I actually do have something to plug this time. I was recently on an episode of a podcast called Cusack to the Future that my friend runs. Wonderful episode about identity. Now, don't be confused. There's 2 episodes. I'm on the good one. Thank you so much for your time.
I'm sensing some nepotism in this podcast.
Yeah.
A little coincidental. All right. Well, for us, the Super Trash Bros TV has awesome shows going on all the time. So just a follow, a subscribe, or whatever. It's always fun. If you want some D&D action, the producer behind the scenes, Ben here, runs a D&D cast every Monday. At what time is it, Ben?
6 PT and whatever time zone that is for
Yeah.
you. That's
So
what time it is.
We don't do math. We've established this on this show.
Yeah, so if you want to see some super trash D&D, give that a shot. It's got amazing sound effects and voice acting from Ben, I think. Mostly Ben.
It does. They sound like this sometimes. Sometimes
Wow.
they sound like
Voice
this.
modulated?
Wow.
And sometimes I sing, and it sounds like this.
Oh my god. I actually do want to
Hey.
see more auto-tuned D&D shows.
I would
All right, well,
love
thank you so much, everyone,
Amazing.
and we will be back next week with another episode. Have a good night.
Good night.
Keep it going. Keep it going.
Do